I am astonished that you are so quickly deserting the one who called you by the grace of Christ and are turning to a different gospel, which is really no gospel at all. Evidently, some people are throwing you into confusion and are trying to pervert the gospel of Christ. But even if we or an angel from heaven should preach another gospel other than the one we have preached to you, let him be eternally condemned.
He who adds to the verses will gather up curses and lather up worthless dirges. Will not avert as God searches with verses in procession, churches in session, purging 11. The word says I'm perched in the heavens, selected, elected. Direction from the text gives protection from hexes. So the one who changes lines tastes the wine of the rotten grapevine. Enslaved minds cannot escape time. The line at the end is engraved in the sand. Not one wayward man can play games with the lamb or stand before the ashen throne, the passion zone. The flames from hell will gnash their bones. Jehovah's true soldiers bear witness. Scare heretics off his hit list, drawing them pictures, warning them to conform to the scriptures. Remove the additions, reproving the traditions of men and wooing the vixens away from their addictions. Picturing the truth like Nolan Ryan, holding the smoldering iron for the gold one of Zion, bold as a lion, dying to let the heathen see their sins beneath the sea and bring the war against all who speak deceitfully. Deep as ye, the secret be dismantled easily. The doctrines of these angels that are fallen like Alicia Keys. So seek his peace and head for protection from the web of deception, or the lies will have you dead like infections.
Be cautious, keep watching, there's lots of false doctrines. Don't get caught in the web of deception. Many look for God but get misdirected. Jesus is the way, truth, life, and resurrection. Be cautious, keep watching, there's lots of false doctrines. Don't get caught in the web of deception. Many look for God but get misdirected. Jesus is the way, truth, life, and resurrection. Look out for the phony one deceiving at the podium, cause teachings that you learn can get you burned like petroleum. Jesus Christ is the only one, the holy one, the chosen golden son. No one after him supposed to come. Matthew chapter 24 verse 4 is what I'm showing them. Many claim to be Christ but be advised there's a hoax in them. Woe to those who come and pose, they all get broke to crumbs by the word of God shedding light to expose the foe at once. So don't be led into the web of deception, but instead be fed with the bread that's from heaven. The blessed said in this message, many false Christs will appear and possibly deceive even the elected. The devil seeks whom he may devour entirely, but the spirit inside of me's empowering mightily. In this last hour, cowards lie and deceive. The weathermen predict better than the watchtower society. These dark angels start fables which are fatal. Jesus is God, not Michael the archangel. My heart's faithful to stop false prophets from teaching doctrines of demons that stop men from seeing the true God who freed men from the kingdom of darkness, bringing love to the heartless and life to the carcass. Salvation is found in no one except the one who is blessed. Every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord. Be cautious, keep watching, there's lots of false doctrines. Don't get caught in the web of deception. Many look for God but get misdirected. Jesus is the way, truth, life, and resurrection. Be cautious, keep watching, there's lots of false doctrines. Don't get caught in the web of deception. Many look for God but get misdirected. Jesus is the way, truth, life, and resurrection.
The slain of the Lord, let it rain with the roar. Don't check your brains at the door. Train for the war, be able to re-enable a peep the steeds of a demon that speak through the teachings of weaklings, like the sick tongue of Brigham Young, soaked with the spit of Joseph Smith. Do not borrow the ways of Charles Taze, men that are starved for praise and a craze of deception. So we raise up the weapons, today is the lesson. Wouldn't trade away his gift to save my intestines.
Check these wolves in sheep clothing that keep posing out, and those prophesying are often lying, denying the awesome God who died for them. Conniving men are as dangerous as Leviathan. You must have the spirit of Christ abide within. Verily, verily, I tell you to be aware of these destructive heresies. Don't let the prince of air deceive. Watch out carefully for snares of the beast. On judgment day, Christ will separate the tares and the wheat. Be cautious, keep watching, there's lots of false doctrines. Don't get caught in the web of deception. Many look for God but get misdirected. Jesus is the way, truth, life, and resurrection. Be cautious, keep watching, there's lots of false doctrines. Don't get caught in the web of deception. Many look for God but get misdirected. Jesus is the way, truth, life, and resurrection.